Darn it.
Rigging's kind of tough, huh?
I'll see.
Here. I'm a pro at that. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. I sure love it when we do things together, son.
I'll get it.
That's all right, I'll get it.
No more questions, that's final.
But only a half an hour to goof around?
You heard me, I want you to study.
But it's Saturday. Can't I hang out with Rick for at least an hour?
A half hour, a minute of which you've already wasted on this pointless protest.
But Uncle Dexter...
Quiet! Haven't I told you it's bad manners to carry on a personal argument in someone else's home? Hello there.
Come on, Alfonso. You can help me with my model.
Perhaps you can help him bring up some of his deplorable midterm grades.
Yeah.
Rick, I didn't know you got your midterm grades already.
Yeah, I was saving them for after dinner. You know, like dessert.
What do you say we make it before dinner? You know, like an appetizer.
Actually, I did quite well. Got an A in English, B in math, and in Spanish, I was muy bueno.
And in science, you were muy lousy.
I'm squeaking by.
Oh, come on, Rick. Since when are you a squeaker buyer?
I'm just not into science, Dad.
What do you mean? You love computers? I don't understand.
Regular science is boring. What's the difference if I know the names of rocks and worms as long as I can tell them apart?
Scientific principles affect everything we do in life. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Action, reaction.
Now I understand that principle.
You know, if you don't improve these grades, you're going to end up going to a college where the application comes in a matchbook.
What's your point, Dad? Let's go study, Alfonso.
I just thought of something. I can't study. I forgot my books.
Don't despair. Catch.
Thank you.
You know the trouble with teenagers, Edward? They're too old to spank and too young to evict.
You know the trouble with adults? They're delirious with power.
They don't realize how mature we are. Hey, I buy my own underwear.
They treat us like kids. My Uncle Dexter says until my grades come up, he's taking away the volume knob from my stereo. Ooh. I could never do anything good enough for him. I saved $20 in my piggy bank, and he got mad at me because it wasn't in a money market account.
Well, all Dexter understands is business.
I'll say. He makes me keep track of how I spend my allowance. I'm the only kid in America who knows that 77% of his allowance is spent on candy, records, comics, and movies.
What about the other 23%?
Entertainment. He wants me to be like him, but I'm not. I'm like a wild stallion. I gotta roll free.
So Alfonso, speaking of roaming free, we gotta talk about our plans for Thanksgiving vacation next weekend.
You got anything in mind? Talk to me.
Well, Freddie gave me 2 tickets for the Snoopy on Ice show Saturday night.
Yeah, that would have been a little too much for Freddie.
Anyway, I traded him in for the Cyndi Lauper concert.
Great. But where's Freddie gonna be?
He has to go on a car trip to Buffalo. He has to spend his entire 4-day vacation with his parents.
Ooh. I feel sorry for him.
You know, I like my dad, and I like to hang around with him. He's a great guy and all. But hey, it's time for the Ricker to start breaking away. It's an obligation when a person gets a mustache.
What person?
Me. Look, it's a jungle in there.
Where?
Knock it off. Hello? Hiya, Nate. It's Nate. What's shaking? Yeah, Alfonso's here. Why? A party? The Friday after Thanksgiving. Hold on. We'll have to discuss it. All right! I think we can make it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, Nate. We'll see you Friday. Bye. This is great. We're the only 2 freshman guys invited.
Wow! Well, hotter than we thought we were. This is a major breakthrough.
Breakthrough? This is an honor. By the way, we're supposed to bring all the food.
I tried teaching Alfonso how to play chess. He keeps referring to the queen as a chick and the king as the main dude.
Well, I can tell you your mind's not on the game. I just took your chick. Chickmate.
Hi, guys.
Ah, look who's here, Ms. Indiana Jones.
These are my pilot togs. I just took the company plane out for a test spin.
And?
All systems are go.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. You know, Eddie Toy's plane flies a lot better without that giant rubber nose.
Well, you're the captain.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, Dex? We're flying down to the island of St. Agnes for Thanksgiving vacation.
We haven't told Rick yet. It's going to be a surprise.
You're qualified to fly a plane over all that water?
Oh, sure. I've flown over rivers, streams, ponds, swamps, bays, gulfs, all the Great Lakes, and several so-so lakes.
Yeah, Kate's logged literally thousands of hours of flight time.
Yeah, from the time I was a little girl, my Uncle Buzz and Aunt Irene would take me up on their biplane. He was a stunt pilot, and she would walk the wing.
How romantic.
They broke up, though, when Uncle Buzz caught Aunt Irene walking on someone else's wing.
I had no idea you were so aeronautical.
Yeah.
Dex, I got an idea. Why don't you and Alfonso come along with us? There's room, right, Kate?
Oh, yeah, we've got 5 seats. How much do you weigh? 140, 150 in there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sure. Sure, fine.
I'm not too sure about all this. Anytime I get into a small plane, I get very nervous.
Dex, when do you not get very nervous?
That's a good point.
I was thinking you might spend some quality time with Alfonso. You know, it's a nice, relaxing atmosphere. Get to know him better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to get to know him better, I think. You say you've flown over water?
Puddles, rapids, bottling plants, waterbed factory.
Okay. You can count me in.
Oh, good!
Good.
We're going to the library, Dad.
Yeah, so don't wait up for us.
Hey, guys, come here a sec. We got a little surprise for you. Well, actually, we got a big surprise for you because this Thanksgiving weekend, the 5 of us will be taking the Eddie Toys company plane on an expense-paid, fun, and sun-filled vacation to the exotic Caribbean island of St. Agnes.
What's the matter with you guys?
I just wish you would have given us more notice.
Notice? Notice is something you give for bad things, like getting fired or getting sued or getting drafted. You don't give notice for good things, fun things. You just say it.
See, we've already made other plans.
Well, are they important?
Probably the most important thing in my life so far.
You want to tell me what it is?
I will, but it's not going to sound important to you. I'm just giving you notice. See, me and Alfonso, we got invited to this big party at a sophomore's house.
And?
And we're supposed to bring the potato chips and the bean dip.
That's the most important night in your life?
Hey, we haven't lived that long.
Well, we were kind of hoping we'd all be together for Thanksgiving on a tropical paradise.
And that's what bothers me about this. Thanksgiving should be spent at home with a turkey. Not in the Caribbean with some papayas. I remember when I was cooped up in that military academy, all alone. Thanksgiving would roll around. And I'd say to myself, self, someday, when you find your father, you're gonna spend every single Thanksgiving at home, on American soil, for as long as you live.
Rick,
Yeah, Dad?
forget it.
Let me try a more direct approach.
You just gotta let us go to that party.
Quit that whining, Alfonso. All you teenagers think about are yourselves.
The minute we don't do what you want, you call us selfish. Don't we have any say about this? What if we refuse to go?
Isn't this great?
Miami Center, this is November 3345, X-ray Alpha. I am 45DME out of the 065 radio of the Miami Vortex, bearing 320 degrees.
I'm very impressed. What did you tell him?
That we're turning left.
Ah. What'd I tell you? Once those guys got in the plane out over the ocean, they forgot all about that party. So how you guys feeling?
Fine. Great.
Well, I can see why you love to fly, Kate. It sure is beautiful up here. You guys ever see so much blue?
Mm-hmm. Whenever I look at the tawny Oglethorpe's eyes, which I could do if I were Nate's party, which I could be at if you turn this plane around, which I know you won't, so forget it.
They'll come around when they get to the Limbo Dance Festival on St. Agnes. How low can you go, man? La 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 la. Limbo limbo. Oh oh. Limbo limbo. Oh oh. Limbo limbo. Everybody. Limbo limbo. Oh. Limbo. Hey, look here. The hotel in St. Agnes, they got a daily water show starring Lester the diving pig.
Oh, no!
What is it?
Oh, I just remembered I left my purple bathing suit in the dryer.
Kate, I'm in a very small plane, flying over a fairly deep ocean. The last thing I want to hear pilots saying is, oh no.
I'm sorry, Dexter. But you should relax and enjoy the flight. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm afraid there is. I don't want to alarm you folks, but I feel it's my duty to tell you all that we're flying directly through the Bermuda Triangle.
Really? Wow! What's the Bermuda Triangle?
What's the Bermuda Triangle? It's the section of ocean where thousands of ships and planes have disappeared into thin air.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any other planes around here.
Rick, you're scaring Alfonso. Alfonso, believe me, the whole business about the Bermuda Triangle is highly exaggerated.
Oh, really? Well, I was skeptical too until I started reading this book.
The Bermuda Triangle bottomless pit of doom. Come on, Dexter.
Well, it's a fact. A disproportionate amount of the planes have vanished. They think it's a mysterious electromagnetic force field.
My personal theory is it's a group of alien beings from another dimension who need scrap metal.
You guys are ignoring the fact that 99% of the planes that go through this area, nothing at all happens to them. And they... What's that? Whoa!
Sorry about that, guys. I just had to switch fuel tanks. That gauge was off a bit, that's why I missed it. But there's nothing to worry about. We'll be fine now.
That's all right. Just keep your eyes on the road.
Whew, buckle up.
All right.
Well, I guess you're my co-pilot now.
Hey, all right. This is your co-captain Rick Stratton speaking. Welcome aboard No Frills Airlines, flight number 1.5. I'm watching a movie tonight. However, when it gets darker, I will be doing hand shadows on the ceiling.
Hey, Dex. Well, this might be a good time to bridge the old gap with you-know-who. Why don't we change seats, huh?
It's a good idea, very well.
Yes.
So, Alfonso, how are you?
Fine.
Fine? Fine.
Good start. Also, good stop. Let's try again.
What are you reading, Alfonso?
Tiger Beat.
Why is Scott Baio on the cover of a wildlife magazine?
It's not about wildlife. It's about dancing, movies, records, and TV shows.
Oh, where you spend 77% of your weekly allowance. You know, I've been thinking. Lately, I've been pushing you very hard to study, to learn, be the way I was when I was your age. And well,
Yes?
I think I've been absolutely correct. I'll put this magazine down and study this textbook.
When do we get there?
1,600 hours.
1,600 hours? We're gonna be in this plane for 1,600 hours?
No, 1,600 hours means 4 o'clock.
Oh,
That means we'll be in here for another 2 hours.
oh. 2 hours?
So why don't we play a game?
That's a good idea. I know a good one. It's called Name the Public Figure and the Currency. I played all the time with David Rockefeller.
You mean like who's on the $10 bill?
Alexander Hamilton. Exactly. Now, let's start with an easy one. Who was on the pre-World War Japanese 100-yen bill? And it's not Hirohito.
So, what else can we play?
For the record, the person on that 100-yen bill was Shotoku Taishi.
Gesundheit. Anybody here ever play the ever-popular Find the Famous Face in the Cloud game?
Never.
Now, you see that cloud right down over there to the right?
There?
Yeah. Now, who's that remind you of?
Well, the cheekbones resemble Liberace, but the ears suggest Mr. Spock.
Any clues?
Yeah, it's all in the nose. You can play too, Kate.
Yeah, in a minute.
Bob Hope?
No.
Barbara Streisand.
No.
Shotoku Taishi?
Wrong. I'll give you another hint. Now, this guy's nose is so important to him, he never leaves home without it.
Karl Malden? That's a good one, Edward.
That's it.
Yeah, I can see his nose.
Where?
Right there. Those geese just flew into his nostril.
How come we were above that cloud and now we're below it?
Well, I was just checking on something. Why don't you keep playing? There's some great clouds up ahead.
Dex, why don't you change seats with me here?
Fun, want to sit up here?
Sure.
Anything wrong?
Oil pressure's down in the port engine. Port's that way.
Is that a problem?
Well, we could lose it. Oh, no.
Tell me you forgot your beach tongs.
Port engine's out. But don't panic.
What do you mean, don't panic?
Wait, hold on.
I said there's nothing to panic about.
Well, will you tell us exactly when to panic?
Absolutely. We can make it on one engine. But just to be safe, why don't we put on our life preservers, huh?
All right, now, if Kate says we're okay, we're okay. We're okay, right, Kate?
We're losing your engine, aren't we, Kate?
Yeah, but we haven't am squawking at 7700 at this time. This is November 3345 X-ray Alpha. We're at 7,000, descending with dual engine failure. Do you read? Mayday, mayday, mayday. I'm not getting any response. If I can't get this engine going, we may have to ditch into the ocean. So everybody brace yourselves.
Oh, this is awful. I keep thinking of something I wanted to do but never did.
What's that?
Learn how to swim.
I'm scared, Dad.
I'm scared too, son.
Dad, I've always told you the truth, but I have something to confess. The reason you didn't know I was doing so bad in science is because my teacher sent you home a note to sign, but I signed it for you.
That's all right, son. You told me about it now, and you know what you did was wrong, so let's not make a big issue out of it, all right?
I got the engine going.
Hey!
Okay.
How could you forge my signature?
You said you weren't going to make a big issue out of it.
Yeah, well, don't change the subject. How many other times have you forged my name? Never mind, son.
The engine's gone. We're gonna have to ditch. Okay, prepare yourself. Now listen carefully. When we hit the water... Wait! There's an island over there. Hold on. I'm making a turn.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Yet. It's going to be a surprise.
Actually, I was thinking you might spend some quality time with Alfonso. You know, it's a nice, relaxing place. You get to know each other better.
Oh, I'd like to get to know him better, I think.
So me and Alfonso, we got invited to this big party at a sophomore's house.
Well, we were kind of hoping we'd all be together for Thanksgiving on a tropical paradise.
Don't we have any say about this? What if we refuse to go?
The engine's gone. Prepare to ditch. Now listen to me carefully. When we hit the water... Wait a minute. There's an island over there. Hold on, I'm making a turn.
Almost like a dream. It's not happening.
You're just in shock, son. I know. 'Cause I am too.
Could have been killed.
You saved our lives, Miss Summers. I don't know how you did it.
Well, I had a lot of good training, and I put in a lot of flight hours. And I don't know how I did it either.
Is everybody sure they're all right?
Not particularly. Look at my $500 briefcase. It's ruined.
Dexter, you survived a plane crash. You could have been killed. You're alive. You're alive.
You call this living?
Hey! Look!
Hey, civilization. Sort of.
Let's check it out. Come on.
Yeah. Wait. We've got an inflatable raft in the plane.
Oh, let's
And get the first aid kit, too.
Okay.
That hut looks awfully dilapidated.
Okay, it's not a great neighborhood, but at least it's a neighborhood.
Let's hope there's somebody around to help us. What if the people aren't friendly? What if they're headhunters?
Wait a minute. There are no hostile natives in the Caribbean. The worst you'll run into is a surly check-in clerk. Good. Grab the rope. Okay, jump, Rick. Ah, here you go. That's good. Okay. There you go. Over here.
Hello? Anybody home? Looks like they stepped out.
Yeah. About 20 years ago. Dedicated July 10th, 1962. Another Ben Carlson home.
Look at this.
SF six-pack. His boat must have sunk.
It's deserted, huh?
Yeah.
Wonder what happened to Ben Carlson.
He must have been rescued.
Even if he did get rescued, how will anyone know we're here?
As soon as we don't show up in St. Agnes, they're bound to send somebody to look for us.
Well, they know where to look. There's hundreds of tiny islands around here. We could be stranded here for hours or decades. Dad, I don't want to be the only high school freshman who's 34 years old.
Son, look, promise you, Monday morning, 9 o'clock, you'll be back behind your desk in science class.
On the other hand, it might not be so bad to be stranded for 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, no matter what happens, we've got to get organized.
We should find fresh water, collect some food, repair this hut, and we could build a giant lighthouse with bamboo and coconuts and palm leaves.
A giant lighthouse? What made you think of that?
Well, Okay, I admit it. I once glanced at an episode of Gilligan's Island.
You watched Gilligan's Island?
I did it. It's over. I'm not proud of it.
Well, let's get to work, huh?
But before we do anything, where's the bathroom?
Work.
Great dinner. 4 bananas really fill you up.
Couldn't we have landed on a deserted island with a Burger King on it?
Actually, you know, we're very fortunate. Banana is the perfect food. There are plenty of them around here. It's nice packaging. Built with its own handle. Perfect for making a point.
I wish we had something for dessert.
Just remembered. Some M&Ms.
Rick, those are yours. You don't have to share them unless you want to. You do want to, don't you?
Sure. I think I'm not the one for each person.
This is a nice change of pace.
I'm having a little bit now, and I'm saving the rest for later.
Darn! I swallowed mine.
Alfonso, I'll give you 5,000 bananas for that one M&A.
Edward, how can you make jokes? We're stranded on an island. We haven't seen a ship or a plane all day. We'll probably be here for the rest of our lives.
Guys, we could use some more driftwood for the fire.
Sure.
Dexter, I'm as scared as you are, but we can't show that to those boys.
You're not alone. We're all tired and scared.
There's a comfort.
It's probably never been more important that we act like mature adults.
It's easy for you to say. You have an M&M left. Well, thank you, Edward. Darn, I swallowed it again.
I think the radio's fine, but the battery's dead.
Well, we'll just have to hope we spot somebody and then light our signal fire. Where's Dexter?
He got up at 6 a.m. Says he's not giving in to the savage wilderness.
I'd like to see him pull that one off.
Morning, all. I don't suppose the bottle has washed ashore with this morning's Wall Street Journal in it.
Look! Look!
Where? A ship? A plane? What?
No, that's not it.
Richard, don't say look, look to a maroon person.
Look, we found some junk in the corner. His old diary belonged to the guy who built the hut.
If found, return to B.W. Carlson, day 1, April 7th, 1962, shipwrecked. Fortunately, there is plenty of food, especially life-giving bananas. Expect rescue anytime.
Yes, but what happened to him?
Well, let's skip ahead. Day 36, completed raft. Will make for Jamaica. Soon I will never have to look at another lousy banana. Day 37. Well, I'm back.
My goodness, this just goes on and on.
Day 6,121. Had a great day today. Went ballet dancing on Pluto. The banana god made it rain, and I don't think we want to look at this anymore.
6,000 Ds? That's like 15 years. Some Thanksgiving this is.
Yeah. No turkey, no Macy's parade, no football games. And all I have to read is a stupid math book.
Despite my efforts, you insist on displaying a poor attitude towards academia.
I'm going for a walk.
You know, Dexter, maybe he's more concerned about his life than he is about studying.
How would you like it if I told you how to raise Richard?
It was just a suggestion.
Yeah, like this trip.
Things didn't work out, okay? It's not my fault we had this stupid accident.
Stupid accident? What is that supposed to mean?
Forget it. Look at us, huh? We've sure hit rock bottom. Well, the good thing about hitting rock bottom, things couldn't possibly get worse.
Oh, yeah?
Look in the sky.
Looks like the banana god has gone berserk.
We better take cover. That looks like a hurricane coming.
Yeah, come on. Alfonso! Where'd he go?
Alfonso!
No! I'm gonna go look for him. No, wait, Dexter! I'm gonna go with him. You two stay here.
I'm going too, Dad.
Oh, son, you stay, please. Dexter! Boy, this place looks like it was hit by a hurricane.
That was a pretty rough storm. It's about Alfonso and Dexter, all right.
We better go look for him.
Oh, look, we're washed up on the beach. It's Dexter's red slipper. How'd it get in the water? Wait a minute. How do we know this is definitely Dexter's shoe?
Yeah. We don't know that it's Dexter's red slipper.
I gave these to him for Christmas. I'll never forget what he said when he opened the present. He said, "Be sure to save the receipt. It's a business deduction."
Why would he go in the water? He said he couldn't swim.
Maybe we went in there to save Alfonso. Alfonso was the best friend I ever had. I never told him that.
They were like family.
The ironic thing is, I'm the one that talked Dexter into this trip. We tried to help people, and they end up in the ocean. That's beautiful! You guys, you're alive! Oh! Hey! Hey! Oh, you are alive, you!
Oh, dear. I'll never find the other one.
You nutty guy! Oh, boy, it's good to hear you complaining again, I tell you.
But anyway, how did your slipper get in the water?
Oh, well, I was frantic when I couldn't find Alfonso. I run much better without shoes. On the Harvard track team, they used to call me the Barefoot Breeze.
What happened to you?
Well, I got lost trying to find my way back. I almost walked off a cliff when Uncle Dexter found me.
Yeah, we waited the storm out in the cave.
Yeah, 2 whole hours, and you didn't once tell me to do my homework.
Might have Thanksgiving dinner after all.
Good.
This turned out to be a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Even Quackers has something to be thankful for. Nobody had the nerve to make him the main course.
Maybe roast kelp with banana sauce could catch on.
More sweet turn, Edward.
Well, don't mind if I do.
You know, it's not the food that's important at Thanksgiving.
Lucky thing.
I'm thankful I have my Uncle Dexter.
You are?
You cared enough about me to risk your life to go after me.
Naturally, I did it because it was my obligation. And you're part of my family. That's to be expected.
It was more than that, Dex.
Well, of course, I acted in certain feelings and affections, Edward.
Dexter?
I love him, okay? Okay, I said it. I hope you're satisfied. You forced me into a gushy display.
I'll probably never be the way you want me to be.
So I'm resigned to that, but it's okay. If only you knew the thrill of a tax refund, the agony of an audit. Never mind. Be a breakdancer.
Well, we survived some hair-raising experiences the last 3 days, and we did it by sticking together. And the fact remains,
Yes, Edward?
we're still stuck on this stupid island. We got to get out of here.
Maybe we'll get the radio working again.
Yeah, if we could get the generator going, well, then we'd have power for the radio.
Here's a thought. Maybe we could build big wings and have the winds blow us to civilization.
Another Gilligan's Island?
Okay, so I watched 2.
Wait a minute. Dexter's onto something. We could use the wind to turn the generator. Something else I remember from science class. Everything we need's on the plane. Come on, let's go.
Ha! Ha!
Oh.
Right there. Okay.
Everybody cross their fingers.
I wonder if it'll work.
Everybody's a critic.
Saturday night and she want to go.
This is November 3345 X-ray Alpha. Can anybody hear me? We need help. We're stranded on an island.
TMX7745, le entiendo claro, no entiendo inglés, pero hablan ustedes español.
The only Spanish I know is no hablo español, which means I don't speak Spanish.
Rick, you speak Spanish, don't you?
I've only had 1 semester. I'll try. Buenos días. ¿Cómo está usted?
Muy bien, su localidad, por favor. Estoy en un barco de pescar. Esto es una emergencia.
This must be second semester stuff. I'll come slow down. Por favor. Hable despacio.
Sí, bueno.
How do you say we're stranded on an island? Estamos perdidos en una isla. ¿Dónde está usted?
En un barco de pescar. 100 millas oeste de la Bahama.
It's amazing. What is?
I can understand him. He says he's a fisherman 100 miles west of the Bahamas.
Well, that means they're 5 miles from here. Let's light the signal fire.
Yeah. Rick, tell him we're going to light a signal fire on the beach.
Vamos a hacer un fuego.
Voy a buscarlo.
He says he'll come to get us. Thank you. I mean, muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Oh, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Bless you!